Good morning, students. We are back with the next session. I hope you have already gone through the poem, The Heart of the Tree. We saw the first stanza. The poet focuses on the value of planting the trees. The poet says that planting tree will benefit all in several ways. He says that a tree is a friend of the sun and the sky. It ensures cool breeze, congenial atmosphere of peace, music, and harmony. He also says many other benefits that follow planting of the tree. Now let us see the next stanza. The second stanza of the poem is, as we find the same question repeated. Let us see. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants cool shade and tender rain, and seed and bud of days to be, and years that fade and flush again. He plants the glory of the plain. He plants the forest heritage, the harvest of a coming age, the joy that unborn eyes shall see. These things he plants who plants a tree. Now let us see the difficult words in this stanza. We have in the second line, tender. Tender means gentle or pleasant. Then we have in the next line, days to be. Days to be means in the future, the time to come. Then we have in the next line, fade and flush. Fade and flush means fade out, or then after that brighten up. Fade out and then brighten up. Then we have in the next line, heritage. Heritage means the history or tradition that lasts for years. Then we have in the next line, harvest. Harvest means the reward. Then we have unborn eyes. What is the meaning unborn eyes? Eyes means the unborn children, the children who will be born in the future. Now let us see the explanation of this stanza. Now let us see these first lines. What does he plant who plants a tree? He plants cool shade and tender rain, and seed and bud of days to be. So let us see up to here. In the second stanza, the poet asked the same question again. We saw the same question was asked in the first stanza. Perhaps he wants to suggest more benefits of planting the tree. So what he says in the second line, he plants cool shade and tender rain. So what does he say? The plant in course of time will grow tall and provide cool shade and cause tender rain. It will bear seeds and buds for the future progeny. So let us see in the next line what he wants to say. So here we see the fourth line, and years. See, and years that fade and flush again. He plants the glory of the plain. He plants the forest heritage. So let us see the meaning of this. So he says, and years that fade. So he says, after many years, the old trees will wither away, and these seeds will grow into new trees and into a dense forest, a thick forest. So he says, since forests are our natural heritage, the one who plants a tree helps in conserving natural heritage. So let us see the next three lines. What he says, the harvest of coming age. Look here, the harvest of coming age, the joy that unborn eyes shall see. These things he plants who plants a tree. So what does he say? This is the symbolic of the process of birth, death, and regeneration. See, the harvest of coming age. So in this way, trees make the plants beautiful, the plains beautiful. The forest is inherited by the man who plants a tree. It will provide crop for the future generation. So the poet says the upcoming generation will reap all the benefits of the trees that are being planted now. So the poet here explains again the importance of planting the trees. Now let us see the next stanza, the third stanza. What does he plants who plants a tree? He plants in sap and leaf and wood, in love of home and loyalty, and far-cast thought of civic good. His blessings in the neighborhood, who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of all our land. A nation's growth from sea to sea stares in his heart who plants a tree. Now let us see the meaning of the difficult words in this stanza. See, here we have in the second line sap. Sap means the liquid in a plant that carries food to all parts of the plant. Next we have civic good. Civic good means welfare of the people living in the same town or in the neighborhood. Next we have hollow. Hollow means empty space. Then we have in the next line growth. Here growth means the development. Then we have from sea to sea. Here from sea to sea means all the world around. Then we have stairs. Stairs means moving or arouses a kind of a feeling. Now let us see the meaning of this stanza. Now let us see the first four lines. So let's see, what does he plant who plants a tree? See, again the poet repeats the same question as we already have seen in the first and second stanza. So here again the poet asks the same question for the third time in order to create more interest in the readers. Then we see in the final stanza he becomes more philosophical. He explains in detail. According to him, the man who plants a tree plants the tree with a sense of loyalty. See here, he says the loyalty that he has towards the neighborhood. He loves his family and then the entire universe. He is concerned about the future of the earth. So let us see the next line. His blessings on the neighborhood, who in the hollow of his hand holds all the growth of all our land, and nation's growth from sea to sea stays in his heart who plants a tree. So he says he plants a tree so that a human being can get food from the plants, sap and leaves. So he says here the people can get food from it. Besides, he can get wood for his use. Even the poet thinks that the future of the society that will happen to the world without plants. Therefore, the man who plants a tree has been described as godlike, as he is indicated by the use of the capital letter in H. Here in this he uses the capital letter H, saying that the plant is considered like a god. So here by planting trees he showers his blessing on the neighborhood. So let us see the next line. The next line he says, holds all the growth of all our land, a nation's growth from sea to sea stays in his heart who plants a tree. So let's see, he holds the future progress of mankind. He says in his hands he holds the future progress. A land will become barren without trees. So the poet becomes more anxious and makes people to see that the growth of the universe is possible only by planting the tree. Therefore, the poet says the importance of planting the tree in these three stanzas. So here on the screen you have the explanation of the two stanzas that we have just learned. I would like you to go through it again and try to understand the poem, the two stanzas that we have done just now. So we have the stanzas explanation for you here on the screen. I hope you will spend some time reading this and understanding it. So we see the poem The Heart of the Tree is a lyric poetry. Do you know what is a lyric poem? Lyric poetry deals with the poet's own feeling, his own state of mind and perceptions, his understanding. Earlier it was told that the lyric poetry was intended to be sung. That means we could sing it. But now many of the lyric poetry is also meant for reading. So here the Heart of the Tree is a lyric poem. Through this poem the poet wants to convey mainly two themes. The first one is the importance of the tree survival, and then the second one concern for the future of the earth. So here we see importance of tree for our survival. So the poet knows the importance of the tree for our survival, and then he says that trees cool the atmosphere and cause gentle rain. He says trees bear flowers and fruits. The seeds that fall from the plants sprout again and give birth to many new plants. In this way he says and creates a sense of importance of a dense forest. This forest will provide everything that the future generation needs. Then he says the importance of a concern for the future of the earth. The poem brings forward the poet's concern about the future of the earth. It seems as if the poet could see the impending destruction and thus indirectly appeals to the readers to plant trees not only for themselves but also for the future generation. Then we see here in the poem the poet using many number of rhymes. There is no particular rhyme scheme used, but then he uses rhyming words and add the lyrical qualities of the poem. Let's see here we have got tree and then free. Then we have got here sky. Let's see, then we have got a sky and high. In the next stanza again you have many words like rain and again. Then in the next stanza you have again wood, good. So in every stanza you find a good number of rhyming words used in order to bring about the lyrical qualities of the poem. So I hope you have understood the poem. As I already told you, the main two themes that the poet wants to convey. Here on the screen you have the important themes of the poem. So I would like you to go through this. Now you have got the detailed explanation of the poem, the stanza-wise explanation of the poem, the poetry and the theme of the poem in your hand. In the next session I will try to give you some questions. We have got 3 questions, 3 passages to be solved. I will give you the clues how to solve the passage, and then will give you the homework in the next class in the homework. So till then you must go through this, read it, understand it and try to learn so that you are able to solve the questions when you get them in the next class. So till then, stay safe, stay home. Thank you.